Hello everyone. So in this video, let us do something really interesting, and I'm sure you will eventually have to do it because it's a very common thing to do, by the way. Now I'm talking about work log in Jira. Now, of course, if you want, you can use Jira issues to track time, and the time tracking feature in Jira is not like super simple, but at the same time, it is not complicated. It is fine. You can do few basic things with it. Of course, you can when you are creating a new issue, you can store original estimate, and then people can log their time that they have been spending, and you can then do some reporting out of it. Now, there is something that I wanted to show you in Jira by default. So, if you create a new issue, right? So, let us say this is my new story, and when you create a new story, you of course have the option to further based on whatever fields you have. Let us say when you are creating a new story, you want to track the time, or maybe you want to log time. Now, when you log time, you can log it by going to this time tracking field, or you can click on this log work. Basically, you can basically type here, the number of hours, number of minutes, whatever, number of weeks, usually number of hours, to be honest. So you can say here that today I worked on this issue for 4 hours, right? Now, when you click on 4 hours, you're actually specifying here the unit. But if you don't really specify the unit, let us say if I just say 4, it will log for minutes, right? And this is the case because in my instance, if I go to my instance, I'll just type in here, or I'll not use the palette, the command palette, I guess. I'll go to the settings, which is the time tracking setting, and you can see here that the default unit of time is minute. Now, you can check what is the default unit in your case, but if you may want to change this default unit to hours, right? So we'll do that. But before we do that, I just want to show you how the existing issues data will behave. So if you look here in the history, or in the let us look at the work log. Maybe it says 4 minutes, but it may not be super obvious because it is in minutes. I will probably use a REST API, and I will see the unit, and I think I can use work log /work log if I'm not wrong. Okay, no, not SSP. Okay, so I just logged some time, and you can see here in the JSON of the issue that I have logged here 4 minutes, and it is also showing us in milliseconds, right? So this is great because you have this information, and of course you might wonder what will happen if I have to change the default unit from minutes to hours. So you can change it here, and if I click on save, I can go back. I can then, before we log something, I'll just refresh the issue, or basically the REST view of the JSON, and it still says, of course, 4 minutes, which is of course expected. But sometimes people are nervous if they are new to Jira, or if they have a need to do this globally for their Jira instance, because this time tracking or these settings are global. And basically, if you go back to your issue, and if you now try to log time, it will of course, I'll just type in here 4, and it will still, okay, I think it is still showing 4. Maybe I just need to do a hard refresh. I'm not really sure. Let us just do a hard refresh, and or maybe clear your cache. Let us log the work again one more time, and I'll again type in here 4, and now it is in hour. So I have logged 4 minutes, then again 4 minutes. I mean, it should have been 4 hours, but I had to refresh, hard refresh, Control Shift R on my browser. So we can see here that the time log is 4 minute, then again it should be 4 minute, and then finally it is 4 hours, right? So you of course, the last one is expected. This is also expected, or maybe not, because you might be worried about what will happen to existing issues. Now, usually when you do these things, when you change something globally, you should let everyone know. And when it comes to working hours per day, it could be 7.5, it could be 7. I mean, again, in most cases, fortunately or unfortunately, usually people have like 8 hours per day, and their working days per week is definitely 5. I mean, it could be 4. I know in some countries they're experimenting with 4 hours or 4.5 hours. You can change that. Maybe I'll just see if I can do 4.5. Maybe we want to have, so I can do 4, but I can't really do 4.5. Maybe I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, I never really tried it. Maybe if you're working for some European, I think in some countries in Europe, or maybe it was, I think I forgot the name, but maybe in Germany, where they tried, I think 4 days working. But anyways, I mean, that is not really important. I mean, what I'm saying is that when you're doing these things like global changes, especially when people are used to enter 4 and they expect 4 hours, but in reality you just change it back to minutes or maybe days, then you should announce it. Maybe send an emails and announce it on Slack or Teams. Maybe have some announcement banner. And again, this is important because as I've worked with a lot of clients in the past where the and to be honest, it is still the case, unfortunately, where the Jira admin team is not always communicating, or it's probably not their fault, but Jira admin team, or the team who is responsible for all the tools, they should have like some channel, and that channel could be maybe a distribution list. That channel could be Slack or Team or some forum. So this should be like a regular part of it. And you can't really add a banner and expect everyone to just, you can't really assume that everyone will read it, because banner will not remain the same. Banner will change. So send an email, notify people by all means, and you will be safe, because you can then say this, yes, that yes, no, we worked on this change. And usually what I prefer is have like a Confluence page where everything that you're doing, like all the announcements should go, like with a time, like a time stamp kind of a thing, like a date, and keep a list of all the announcements. And then from that page, copy it and then send it to Slack or email. And then in that particular email, have a link to that announcement page. So that way you will have like a record of all the past announcements. And yeah, that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.